Hey YouTube, I haven't posted for a couple weeks, and I think that's mainly because I did a big boo-boo, and it's kind of got me almost depressed in a bit. Basically what I did was forgot to fold down my ROPS right here as I was getting into the garage, and that it didn't cause a lot of damage. It was mainly, and I'll show you the trim that I had. Basically the garage door was up and I had just finished rolling in my carry-all into the garage here, turned the tractor around, and I completely forgot. And this is something that I swore to myself, and I had the arrogance to think that I would remember to put the ROPS down every time I go into the garage, because there's about a 2-inch, this is about 2 inches taller than my garage. And all I can say is I pulled into the garage, I felt the tractor go back up a little bit as this caught, and then it slammed into the open garage door and put 2 bend marks in the garage door. And it also, this J-arm right here, of course this is all fixed now, but that J-arm there that it attaches to the rail, and both the J-arm and the straight arm were bent, and I'll show you a picture of that. We'll show it right here, but what can I say? I try to be, thinking ahead, safe, and this is a very powerful machine. It's very dangerous, and I told myself that I would never forget to put this ROPS down. I didn't want to damage anything. I knew that that was a risk, but it ended up, I forgot, and I don't know if that's because of my age. It's because I was distracted, because I had just pushed in the carry-all. But folks, make sure that you are always thinking about potential accidents, and I want to share my embarrassment with you to hopefully prevent you from doing that. Now what I'm going to do is when I pull out the tractor from now on, I do need to put the ROPS up, because it is a safety feature that could save my life. There's no option there. But what I'll do is I'll take one of my sawhorses and put it in, as a barrier to me going back into the garage. And I'll even put a little sign there, ROPS, and that'll hopefully trigger the brain to engage and put this thing down. Okay, I don't know what to say. It cost me about $260 because they had to replace this rail here, not just the J-arms. It would have been $36 if it was just the metal, but they couldn't get the carriage system detached. So anyway, this is just kind of an update, and it's caused me some consternation, to put it mildly, and I kick myself every time I think about it. And hopefully, make sure that you put up a barrier if you're doing the same thing. If you're bringing your tractor into your garage and your ROPS is just a bit too tall, please, put something, a sign or something to remind you, because I thought that I was smart. I thought that I had, a memory, and it failed me. And that won't, I say it won't happen again, but I'm going to force it not to happen again by putting a barrier before I actually enter the garage. So quick update, and I'm now up to 247 subscribers, and want to thank everybody for joining my little community here. And I'll try to post more. It's been really hectic at work, and by the time I get home I'm pretty exhausted mentally. So it's still beautiful outside. I need to be outside. So talk to you soon. Here's the biggest damage right there and right there. As far as the garage door, and this piece of trim that goes all the way across, basically whenever the ROPS hit it, it pushed that piece and pushed it completely, just stripped it right off, and it was sitting on top of the garage door, and because the garage door was open, and I basically used the tractor bucket to hold it up there while I nailed it back in place with some brad nails and galvanized brad nails. So that's the extent of the damage. Very unfortunate. So what I'm going to do going forward is I will have this traffic cone, and whenever I take the tractor out, I'm going to take that traffic cone and put it in front of the garage. That will remind me to put the freaking ROPS down. So stay safe out there, and thanks for watching.